Hello my friends and welcome to Fix This House. Today's project is going to be to replace and enlarge this bathroom door. But you'll have to excuse me, I need to start today's video with a little bit of a rant. In short, I have never, since buying this house about a year ago, been happy with this door. In fact, every time I've had to walk through this bathroom door, from the bedroom to the bathroom on the other side, it makes me angry. I have never seen a door so poorly installed as this one that we're about to replace. First of all, why is it so small? It's only 24 inches wide. You're going to see a really nice bathroom in here, spacious, and a tiny little door. Next, where did this brown Luan door even come from? All the other doors in our house are a nice 6-panel solid wood door. I don't even know where this brown Luan door came from. Did the previous owners get it at a yard sale? I really don't know. Let me talk to you about a few other things that just drive me crazy. Just the way it's installed, and I'm going to take you off the tripod so you can see this. Is from the bottom to the top, it's just horrible. Look at this threshold. It's just a piece of oak threshold just sitting in there. How about this molding? Unbelievable. It's not how you trim out a bathroom door. Let me turn on some more light. Look at this. It doesn't fit. Well, how about that piece up there? What in the world? How about an inch thick hunk of wad of caulk? So here's the door jamb, here's the stud behind it, here's the sheetrock, and then they nailed up this trim that's coming off. What's going on here? This is the ugliest, most inappropriately horrible installation job I've ever seen in all my life. I just can't take it anymore. Also notice when you go in, it opens into the bathroom, which is normal enough, but if you want to turn on the lights, you got to come all the way around behind the door to access the light switches. I don't like that one bit. Also notice the handle locks on the outside. I guess you could lock somebody in here, but you couldn't lock yourself in for any privacy. I've just never experienced anything like that. And you see that light above the mirror in there? Here's the switch. Outside, a good 4 feet away from the door, is the switch for the light over the bathroom sink. I just can't understand what was going on here, and I can't deal with it any longer. We're gonna get it out. So I want to make it wider as well. Now I don't have a lot of space to come this way because there's just not much space here to open it up wider, and I've got a receptacle here that I'd have to relocate. And then if I do have space on this side to make it a little wider, but that will entail relocating some of this electric, which doesn't appear to have been done very correctly either, because it doesn't even go flush up to the sheetrock. So yeah, I want to make it bigger. I'm not a very big guy, but 24-inch door, I mean, I can barely fit through this door without having to turn sideways. Well, that's enough of my rant. Let's get going. I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to undo it all, and we're going to strategize on how we can do a nicer job, which really won't be that hard compared to the job that's already here. And we're going to put in a nicer door, a wider door, and it'll be a lot happier for all of us. We'll start with the demolition. First, let's get rid of this door. We'll just remove the upper and the lower hinge pins. Take this door to the trash where it belongs. Next, we'll pry off all these stupid trim pieces, which That's it. Just a couple of little nails. That's all it's holding it on. It's glued up there. Let's take this piece down while we're here. Unbelievable. Next, we're just going to take off the two sides, the two verticals, at which point we'll be left with just the framed out opening, the 2x4s. All right, there's that side. That's it. And of course, while I'm at it, we'll lift this silly threshold out of here. Unbelievable. That's it. You got a nail. Here. There's another here. That's it. That door was installed so effectively that it only took us 5 minutes to take the old thing out. Unbelievable. Well, this is long overdue. I'm happy to be redoing it. We're gonna do it right. Okay, so doing a little thinking here, and I've got room for a 24-inch door, but I want to make it a 28. So I basically got to open up this rough opening 4 more inches. And I was talking about coming this way, but as I examine the amount of wiring that comes down the wall here from overhead into this switch box, that would be a lot to reconfigure and relocate. It might be easier just to open it up 4 inches this way. And that only would entail a relocation of that receptacle down there. But I really think that would be the easiest thing to do. Also, even though a door usually opens into the room, I'm going to put the hinges on the right side, knob on the left side, so that you open the door this way into the bedroom. That way when you walk through the bathroom, into the bathroom, you can easily just reach for the light switch here. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I think it's going to make more sense for the door to open this way, like that, so you walk in and easily reach the switch. So that's the plan. I don't think I want to mess with moving all those wires. There's quite a few pieces of 14.2 Romex. There's a piece of 14.3. And serves as not just the 2 switches, but a junction box for other circuits, for other aspects of the lighting circuit. So I'd rather not mess with that. So let's go this way, shall we? Alright, so though I'm not showing you me doing much of the work, I have made progress and I wanted to update you. I had decided to open up the door about 4 inches bigger. We're going to go from a 24-inch door to a 28-inch door. And I had to relocate the receptacle that was there. So I put it right there. Not a problem at all. From there to there. And I've marked out with a pencil where I'm going to cut this sheetrock and to open the door up. Now, essentially what I'm going to do is take out these two studs and put them right here. And that will give me an opening of 29¼ inches. So you should have 2 inches, a rough opening that's 2 inches wider than the door. So if we're going for a 28-inch door, it should be a 30-inch rough opening. And by replacing these two and putting 2 more right here, we'll gain 3 inches that way. It'll be a little more than 3 inches. So it'll be 29¼ I think my door, pre-hung door, will still fit into that opening just fine. But I'm not going to remove these two until I get the new ones in, because I've got a header above this door, and it's not a big one because it's a narrow door, but I want to secure the 2 new studs right up here and secure them into here before I get rid of these two. And I'm just going to cut right here with the Sawzall. But I want to have the new studs in place and have them secured to the header before taking out these two. All right, so that's what I'm doing, and we'll keep moving along, making progress. Okay, I've made some progress. I've opened the door, rough opening, to about 30 inches, just shy of 30 inches side to side, which will be great for a 28-inch door. I'm eliminating the shelving that was kind of poorly done and built into this cavity. I'm just going to sheetrock over that, so I frame that out a little bit, as we need to do. And that's great. So I can patch in the sheetrock at this point and get ready to purchase the door, a pre-hung door, and we'll put it right back into that opening. Okay, so there's the new door. It's here. Everything's framed out. I'll give you a view from in here. I went and patched in the sheetrock. And I did the first coat of sheetrock taping and finishing. That's one of my least preferred jobs in the world, and I'm kind of slow at it, but I will do a good job of it. It'll just take a little time. So once I have the sheetrock taping done, be able to patch that little piece of crown molding up there and secure that in, and then we'll be installing the door. And an update on our door installation. I just finished installing it, and while I'm not great at installing doors, this one turned out pretty good, getting them all square and plumb and all that. But this one seems to have turned out okay. And so I'm making a little progress here in the bathroom, the door. So I renovated the corner a little bit, put that trim piece up there so that it will match what we have on this side here. And yeah, so I got the door hung. And at this point, you know, it gives you a pretty good picture of how it's going to look. So I still need to do some caulking, putty some of those nail holes, then of course paint. Need to think about the threshold because that still needs to be done. And I have to patch in that little piece of crown molding up there. But this is definitely a lot better. Door's wider than it used to be. And I'm on the home stretch for this little project. Well, this represents our final segment of this door replacement video, and here it is from the bedroom side. Really turned out nice. It's 4 inches wider than the old door was, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. There's not much evidence that I did anything on this side, except for we did move that receptacle slightly to the left, and you can see where I had to patch it. But it looks pretty good. Let's take a look from the other side. And here we are on the bathroom side. Really turned out nice. I put down an oak threshold, put a couple of coats of polyurethane on that, installed the door and the hardware, and now we have the this corner of the shower. It matches what we have over in this corner. So that feels good to me. And it really turned out nice. So the bathroom is not fully renovated or painted yet, but this door makes me really happy. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I want to thank you for watching. You know, it's hard to fix somebody else's screw-ups, but that's sort of what this came to be. And sometimes that's what you have to do, but it really turned out nice. I do thank you for watching Fix This House. Your comments and questions in the discussion below are always appreciated. Thanks for watching, and see you on our next video. Bye.